Hi, math students. Today we're going to learn how to multiply fractions. I want you to notice when we multiply whole numbers, such as 3 times 5, what we're really saying is 3 groups of 5 things. This makes the product larger than the 2 factors. 3 times 5 equals 15. I want you to wonder, do you think this is the same thing that will happen when we multiply fractions together? If you notice, when we multiply fractions, such as 1/2 times 3/4, we're actually saying that we want to have 1/2 of a group of 3/4, because essentially that is what the times sign means. It means of. So half of 3/4. So how do I cut 3/4 in half? If I multiply my denominators together, 2 times 4, I get 8. And 2/8 is equivalent to 1/4. So we would have done this if we were trying to make a common denominator. When we were adding, we needed to multiply our denominators together. So that we can do. Now I can cut the 2/8 in half. Each of the 2/8 group is now 1/8, which leaves me with 3/8. When you multiply the numerators together, 1 times 3, your answer is 3. Multiplied our denominators together already, 2 times 4 equals 8. So in order to multiply fractions, you just need to multiply the numerators together and then multiply the denominators together. So do you remember our wonder question? Will the product be larger than the factors when we multiply the fractions together? And the answer is no. When we multiplied the fractions together, our product was actually smaller than our factors. Now, what if one of our factors is a whole number? For example, I have 4 times 1/2, which basically is 4 groups of halves. When we have a whole number, we can represent it as 4 over 1. And then we can multiply that times 1/2. So if you remember, a fraction is simply a division problem, and 4 divided by 1 is 4. So putting it over 1 is okay. We're allowed to do that. It's just representing it in a different form. Now I can put the 2 halves together, and it makes one whole. So I still have 4 halves, but I've put 2 halves together to make one whole, and the other 2 halves together to make another whole. Now I have 2 wholes. How does this equation equal 2? Well, if I multiply our numerators together, 4 times 1 equals 4, and 1 times 2 equals 2. And if you remember, a fraction is just a division problem, and 4 divided by 2 equals 2. And that's how we end up with 2 wholes. Now it's your turn. I would like you to take 5/6 times 2/8 and make sure you submit your answer to Classroom before we have our Zoom class. Good luck, and if you have any questions, make sure you reach out.